Hey Michael, I've been hearing things about settle your debt with the IRS for
Mhm.
less.
Yes.
And a lot of ads that are kind of, I feel, maybe a little misleading in terms of what people can get out of an IRS settlement program. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, first of all, it's great working with Josh. I'm one of his partners, and I used to work for IRS. I worked for IRS for a decade, and one of my jobs was to accept and deny offers and compromise. So, yeah, I was one of the guys who had the pen that would accept or deny your offer. And what I find in this industry, it's sickening, Josh, as you know, people like Optima Tax and other companies advertise that they can settle your debt for pennies on a dollar. Well, last year in the United States, 13,000 people got their offer and compromise accepted. And some of the ads are so misleading. You hear about, as you know, the Fresh Start program. That program came out 13 years ago. It was useless then, and it's useless now. It's bait. So if you want to settle your debt, you need to go ahead and call us, especially Josh here, and he will go ahead and at least let you know if you're qualified. What the nice thing, Josh, I like about you is you do not charge anything until you look at whether somebody can have their offer accepted or not, right? So let's just talk about the calls you get.
What I've learned from you is to get the best exit strategy possible, and to do that in a way that I offer a free 30-minute consultation. We take a look at your financials, and we don't even have to get into the nitty gritty, and we have a very good idea of exactly how the IRS is going to see your case. And it's on that basis that we let you know how we can help you, if we can help you, with no misleading claims.
You're actually going to fill out the IRS form that IRS is going to look at for the offer. You can't do this any other way and get your offer accepted unless somebody looks at the exact form you're going to send in. And a lot of times we can look at that and modify it or change it or do things to make that better. And then at that time, if we think that your offer is ready to go, Josh will file it. If not, we hold back, we tell you what to do, and there may be other programs. There's only 2 other programs you can get into, and that's the currently non-collectible and the payment program. So Josh, when that call comes into you, what do you do during that 30 minutes to see if they qualify for a settlement?
Before I even, sorry to interrupt you, but before I even start with setting up a 30-minute consultation, I ask some qualifying questions to see if they're an appropriate candidate for any one of those IRS programs, because sometimes the debt that you owe isn't big enough to justify paying me or anybody else to settle your IRS debt. And then sometimes it might not be that you might have assets in excess you wouldn't qualify, that currently not collectible.
When an IRS agent like myself is looking at your financial statement, I'm looking at 2 things mainly. I'm looking at how much, what your assets are. You cannot settle your case unless you have the true value of your assets. So if you have $100,000 worth of assets, you cannot submit an offer and compromise, as you know, Josh, unless the offer is $100,000. So that dismisses a lot of people. And then the other thing is they look at your income. And what's going to surprise most people, Josh, is the National Standard Program. IRS, when you fill your form out for expenses, you put in what your expenses are, but IRS says, like I would say, no. You got to put in the IRS statistic program based on the Department of Labor statistics. So it's a kind of a setup, Josh, as you know, so we have to go with the national standards.
And they are abysmally low, but we do the best we can to get you the best exit strategy possible. So you can click the link below to schedule a free 30-minute consultation, or give us a call at besttaxpro.com, 763-477-4205, and we'll ask some qualifying questions and see if you're a candidate to set up a free 30-minute consultation.
Josh, let me just ask you, how long have you been in the business?
I've been doing taxes and helping people with taxes since 2003, so 21 years.
And how qualified are you?
I'm an enrolled agent, so I'm licensed to practice before the IRS in audits, collections, and appeals. And then I'm one of about 250 people in all history, 200 alive probably right now, that are licensed to sit before the U.S. tax court as a non-attorney. So I'm just as good as an attorney, just a little bit more experienced.
Well, you know, I think you're going to do great. I think you're going to do great. And 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 I
a different thing. Ask an attorney about a USTCP. They'll tell you. They're pretty good.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. I just want you to know that you have the real deal here. I have been doing this in my profession for 51 years. I've been on the national news. I've been on Fox Business twice. I've been on ABC. I was the first one to comment on the Donald Trump audit. Yes, every president gets audited. I've been on News Nation, Newsmax, CBS, ABC. So, you know, we just have a wonderful team here with Josh. So you're going to find very honest people here, and that free consultation will let you know where to go from here. If someone tells you anything different than Josh tells you, they're lying to you.
I hope this has been helpful.
Thank you.